Seal. I don't know how well you're getting this where I'm at. I'm not getting a very good signal right now. However, I just wanted to be on here for a few minutes and say howdy do and want to talk about doctors, health, and wars. Oh my. And if I can, there we go. I'm getting something here. All right. Yeah, I'm an old dude now. I, yeah, definitely. Well, we always knew that anyway. But anyway, so I wanted to say this. Just the other day, last week, was last Wednesday. You know, I think what was it, the 13th, something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, went there and well, let me just put it this way. It didn't turn out too good. Well, all right. So he was a blood doctor that I went to, right? I've seen him before, but that was the last I'd seen him was 3 years ago. Good doctor, you know. And so I went there, and that place was packed to the hill. I mean, packed full. I mean, so I ended up, well, of course, with me having my back troubles and everything, and with many people there, I couldn't be standing there because of my back and my hips. So my brother had me in a wheelchair. Well, was there for a few minutes. He called me back to get take my blood, and then you have to go back and sit and wait for an hour for them to, do the lab testing and all that. And then, the doctor calls you back and well, what have you. Well, time was getting kind of short because it was like around two something. I can't remember for sure. It was two something. Anyway, went in and needless to say, the well, with so many people there, first of all, the wheelchair was very uncomfortable. Part of it was cutting into my thighs, and it was cutting off the circulation in my legs, and that was making it more miserable. Yeah. So, and the time was getting late. It was around starting to go after 4 o'clock, and see, and I got animals to take care of, and it was like, because the time and all is like, no, I can't afford that. Plus, we had other things we had to do. So, went over to the front desk, telling them, I said, look, because, we understood, that there's a lot of people, there. Well, it turns out that, well, basically, after I told them that, I had to go, can't wait, got animals that depends on us, And the lady in the front desk, I could understand her situation in part, because there's a lot of people and she probably had a rough day, but boy was she nasty. Not like whew nasty. I'm talking about she was in a bad mood, right? But I ain't gonna go through it all. Basically, what it summed up to was the stuff that she was pulling there. I told her to just send the results to my doctor uh, that I always see regularly, and said, "No, can't do that." And it was my doctor that sent me there, scheduled me to go back there to the blood doctor because things wasn't looking good in my blood, right? And said, "Nope, you have to talk to the doctor first." Said, "Sorry, can't sit here and wait all, no, sorry." And la la la, And told him, all right, never mind. Just forget it. Cancel everything. Just, yeah, I don't have much patience, and that's what I need. And I need, every one of us need patience. Yeah, and that's something we need to practice more of. But anyway, doctors, you can have good doctors, out there in this world and stuff, but the way the medical system, if you're on Medicare, Medicaid, whatever, you're limited on what you can do as far as who you go to, how many visits you get, blah blah blah, or how much money, copay, blah blah blah. Y'all already know all this stuff, and that makes it hard on your patients when it comes to these doctors and stuff, and healthcare and stuff. And then when you got like your own private insurance nowadays, well, I understand from a lot of people they're getting hassled and stuff. Thanks due to all this Bidenomics and Biden care and yeah. So anyway, it's been rough, all the way around. My health ain't doing real great. So you remember me in your prayers because it's more poor. But here's the thing, we look around in the world and stuff, and see what's going on. We got a war looming. This ain't a if or I don't think it's going to happen kind of deal. It's going to happen. Yeah, we're talking with the nukey dookie thing, with Russia and the U.S. and NATO and all this blah blah blah, right? Yeah. Well, this is what we're looking at. It is imminent, but whether it's tomorrow or next week or any time before this month is over, or maybe, well, I don't know, next month, whatever. The thing is, it is happening, folks. We are now officially in World War III, and when Trump does get up in office, now there's only so much the man can do because he is, after all, a man. All right, I have respect for that man, and I like Trump, but there's only so much he can do. Remember this: he's just a man, just like you out there are men and women, and that's all we are. And we're human beings, and it don't matter if you're a leader or not. And there's only so much as human beings that each one of us can do. So you need to pray for Trump. But we see the writing on the wall, and there's only so much you can do. But it's like these people that are in there right now, and the current administration is trying to do everything they can to destroy this country, all because they just don't like Trump. That's pretty bad. That's hate, and hate eats you up. So imagine you got a lot of people in this country just filled with hate, and they're being eaten up. That's right. So hate ain't a good thing. Let me tell you that. You go around hating people, you're going to get consumed, and that's a fact. Now, I'm not for sure if this the signal is going in and out or not. If the signal's going in and out, let me know. Just put a thumbs up if you don't want to say anything per se, or if you want to say, "Yep, I hear you fine. It's doing great," or whatever. I'm not on here long because it's cold out here, and I got to get around and start tending to animals here in just a little bit. But anyway, excuse me. We got all this stuff going on, war, and we all have problems with these doctors, uh, healthcare, insurance, and stuff. Now we know that Trump and them, when they get in, when he gets in office and everything, that Remember, folks, now he's a man. He can only do so much. He can't do it like that, at a wave of a wand. He can't do it. That's for anybody. Nobody can. Now, but there's one well, it's actually not one. There's more, but you know what I mean. Hey, Danny, hey there, bro. Ocio. And it was, but figuratively speaking, there was only one man who could do it just like that, and that was destroy this country, and that was old Mr. Biden and his ilk. But the thing is, but it's we as human beings that end up destroying not just our countries by the choices we make. We can build it up for the good, or we can destroy it for the bad. Yeah, I'm still a kicking. Not much longer though. Hey, that time comes to us all. So that's all there is to it. Uh, hey, 59. Well, I turn 64 come March, the Lord willing, if I uh, make it that long. But yeah, I'm out here outside, and it's cold here. I don't know about where you're at, Danny. It's cold out here. I got a dang old fly over, and it's cold. You got a fly sitting there bugging the fooey out. Anyway, we can destroy our lives, or yeah, whoa, yeah, freezing over there, huh? Yeah, I hear you, bro. Hey, can you hear me? Well, my cutting in and out because the signal right where I'm at ain't very good. Um, but anyway, people can destroy themselves, or as individuals, their own personal lives, or they can build it up for the good, or same for this country. You can destroy it, or well, we know that Mr. Biden, well, I can't really say it was Biden per se. Hey, thanks, bro. I can't say that it was Biden per se, as much as those who was pulling the strings, yanking the chains. But they did a pretty good job on destroying this country. Then you seen all the liberals. Now you got two definitions of liberals. Now there is the true sense of the word, back as it was back in the back in the day, like in the 50s and such. And then today, well, you see how they reacted when Trump won, right? And they're still acting up. Now they want to kill people, poison the women. Crazy women want to poison men that voted for Trump, shave their heads and wear blue bracelets, like, oh, shaving your head and wearing blue bracelets and abstaining from sex. Like, hey, whatever rocks your boat, but you ain't hurt nobody but yourself, type of thing, right? Yeah, they ain't hurting but nobody but their own selves. It's like, okay, and this is gonna work how? Except maybe make you look bad when you do stuff like that. you know um but I mean, people sitting around talking about doing a pew pew bang bang thing towards others that voted for Trump. Now, how many people, conservatives and such, have you seen sitting around threatening others, or would have threatened to kill somebody if little Missy would have won the presidency? Oh, they would not been happy, but they wouldn't have been out trying to kill somebody, you know. But the thing is, we make poor choices in life, and we can make good choices. It's like a path, a fork in the road, so to speak. You got the left path, you got the right path. So which one do you take? Hey, I just thought that was kind of a play. Left, like lefties, right, right. But I didn't mean it in that sense. But you make choices, good or bad. So the question is, what are you going to do? You're going to make good choices for your life or bad choices for your life? You know, you can only make that one choice per se. Once you go down that one path, you know, and you go so far down it that you're at a point of no return, and then what? You know, it is what it is, and you know you don't want to go down the wrong path. So you got to make choices. So it's all about choices in life. You know, you got people go blame other people for their poor choices, and they can't own up to, you know, being responsible for their own choices, right? Well, anyway, uh, you know, when it comes to this nuclear war business, right? Well, the only thing I can say is you just be prepared. Whether it's for this nukes or storms or stuff, you need to be prepared. It never hurts to be prepared. Because how many of these news people going to come on your mainstream media news, or even, in fact, your local news, going to tell you to be prepared and how to prepare? Hmm? Yeah. So be prepared. But remember this also. Yeah, I hear you, Danny. Hey, bro, yeah. Yeah, you was married 3 times. Yeah, and you're the expert, huh? Bad choices. Well, I think there's a lot of us that have made those. You know, it's like I've made my bad choices too, bro. You know, uh, you know, I think a lot of us, you know, need to watch the choices we make, you know, in life, you know. But if you make a bad mistake, you got to learn from it, you know. Now, there's some of us, some a little slower on learning from our mistakes. Oh, yeah, a little slower. But the thing is, you need to learn, whether you're a fast learner, slow learner, what. The important thing is learning from it. Yeah, I learned, but I wanted to kind of come on and you just talk a little bit and stuff, yeah, and blah blah blah, and what have you. But again, if anyone's got song requests and stuff, make your song request. I will try to sing it. I ain't making no promises, my friend, but I will do my best. I don't ever claim to be a great singer or anything like that. No, 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 no. I'm not at all. But I do try. And I love to sing anyway. I was better at it when I was younger, but you know, age catches up. Yeah. Some people say, well, you're like a fine wine, you know. The more you age, you know, the better, you know, like, yeah, I don't know. That's it. With some people it makes you wonder, right? You know, it's like, hmm, the one. Right. But I want to mention this real quick. Okay. A long eons time ago, there was this one woman. I won't mention her name here. Still somewhat young, right? And got married, but he didn't really consider it as a marriage for it was for one day. Anyway, but she was a meaning. I'm tell you what, she was like she wasn't what you call into bodybuilding, but she was stocky as some of them and strong as an ox too. I remember when she got was upset with me or something like that, and she shoved me up against a corner of a refrigerator, hit me right in the back. And I already was having back troubles back in, but not real bad. But after that, oh yeah. And plus she was And I'm not saying it in the sense of being mean or, or calling names. I mean, I'm literally talking about she was borderline. She was, well, let's put it this way. She was ready for the loony bin, for the insane asylum. Even my mother and my father was scared of her. And even her doctors called my mother and father and was suggesting do not allow her anywhere near y'all, because she can hurt y'all and all that. Well, needless to say, um, that was years and years and years and years. That was what, maybe 1760. I mean, a long time ago, right? Anyway, out of the blue, just 2 days ago, I got a letter. Yeah, and guess who it was? It was Miss Insanity. Talking about how her mother and her pa, I could see why she had problems, because I met her father. Couldn't say too much about her mother, but her father was definitely too cool. But anyway, she writes a letter. Now, I'm for being kind and stuff to anybody, even your enemies, but you got to have smarts, right? If you had bad encounters with them, you can forgive, but you learn, you keep an eye open and right and all this kind of stuff. You don't be foolish and repeat, like a lot of people do. Anyway, I want to know how I'm doing. If I give her a call, and the first thing I'm sitting there thinking, well, how did she get my address anyway? I have my ideas who gave it to her. You know, um, my physical address. Yeah, it was a letter, like one you open up and you read. Yeah, not an email, but a letter. I kept wondering, well, how in the heck did she get it? But she gives me her phone number and wants to call. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. And even my one brother, he remembers her, and he don't want her around. I don't want her around. I don't want her even around my kids. So let's see. All right, let me see what I got there. Okay, let's see. You got married. Your wife looked like Miss America. 4 years later, we got divorced. She looked like Jabba the Hutt. Isn't that funny how that happens? Yeah. Now, mind you, I'm always one. Like I say, I believe in praying for your enemies, doing good to your enemies and stuff. But it don't mean to be a fool either. You can do those things and being wise on how you handle it, but you don't go for a repetition going for round 2 or round 3, and and meantime everybody's losing in the long run. You know what I mean, jelly beans? Yeah. So when you're dealing with people from the past, the blast from the past, make wise choices. Don't, especially if you had a bad experience with that person, you want to remember, but at the same time, don't hold a grudge. I don't hold a grudge against her, this one I'm talking about. I don't hold a grudge against her, but I'm not about to sit there and allow myself or any of my family today to sit there and go through that stuff. It once was enough, and that was pretty bad back then. Sometimes you get carried away, seeing that was a poor choice I made back then. We all make them. But you got to learn that. Oh, and by the way, I will be bringing back just as soon as I get the opportunity, because with my health and everything I got to do around out here and stuff, and trying to find the right opportune time to let old Grandpa Silas get back on and have a thing or two to say, because I think he's been just itching to get out and and get on here and get back on air and see if he can't bring some grins and giggles and some tall tales of his. Of course, see the problem with Grandpa Silas, he tends to think that everything he says is actually happened and all that. But don't tell him that. That hurt his feelings. And besides, he get quite offensive at that. Mm. All right. But he has some real tall tales and stuff talking about Jesse James, Billy the Kid, Buffalo Bill Cody, and on and on and on, and what have you. Well, he has been around the block. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. It was nice seeing you again, Danny. All right, and everybody be blessed, and you take care, and be prepared for everything that's coming down and stuff, one way or another. Like I say, whether on these the snook business or with storms or anything else going on, or from the be prepared for for those lefty loonies out there who well, definitely not stable, and the cheese done slid off the crackers, right? You got to keep an eye on them too, you know. All right, so you take care, and Al Trump, well, I believe he will fix things, but right now with whatever thing that everybody's been handing him, it's going to take him a while, and he ain't going to be able to get it all done in 4 years. But he'll get a good start on it. That is, if these idiots don't get like, for example, tomorrow a full blown war or something, nukes flying and all that, and that'll be like a great present trying to give Trump, they're loonies. But anyway, happy trails to you. Hey, y'all have a great one and be blessed. Stay warm. Make sure that you have plenty of ways to stay warm, all right? Hey, yeah, Vince. Yeah, I was really surprised with Vince. Really surprised. He's a good one. Yeah. Uh, it'd be nice to get old Barron in there. Boy, he a tall one, ain't he? It makes you think of it. If you put a top hat and a little beard on him, a black beard like Abraham Lincoln, he'd be like, he tall enough. All right, I'll let y'all go. I'll catch you later, Danny. You take care, and hey, all of y'all, and you too, Danny, be blessed, and I'll catch y'all guys later, all right? Okie dokie, later, y'all. Aho and wadoey. Wado.